Okay. All right. Good evening. Good evening and welcome. It's nice to see, for those that are here sitting in our council chambers, a nice full packed house as we are about to honor some of our finest athletes from our public school system. But we will begin and welcome you to the regular scheduled meeting of the mayor and council. Today is Monday, July 17th, and it is about 7:10 in the evening. We will start with the open public meeting statement.
This meeting was called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice of this meeting was sent to the Union County Hawk in Westfield, New Jersey, the Courier News, Bridgewater, New Jersey, the Star Ledger, Newark, New Jersey, Union County Local Source, Union, New Jersey, and the alternate press, tapinto.net. In addition, copies of the notice were posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building and filed in the office of the borough clerk. Notices on the bulletin board have remained continuously posted. Proper notice having been given, the borough clerk is directed to include this statement in the minutes of this meeting.
Thank you very much. For those that are here, if you would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we would have a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I would ask that you would keep in your thoughts and prayers the recent death of the two North firefighters who perished while fighting that fire down at the port, and against the backdrop of all the dramatic weather that we have been having, all of those who have suffered significantly. Thank you. Okay. May I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter.
Present.
Jeffrey Banks. Catherine Mitchell. Here. Aaron McElroy-Bacher.
Here.
Gina Berry. Here. Patricia Walsh.
Here. Okay, thank you. Before we begin, I'll just do a little shout out to one of Fanwood's own, Jerry Powers, who's actually right now on Jeopardy.
That's right.
There's a contestant from Fanwood that's actually on Jeopardy tonight, 7 o'clock. They just started airing it, so we're hopefully that he's going to bring home a lot of money.
We gotta go.
We got to go. We got to cut. We got to cut. So, and that maybe is just like a little funny, but a little segue into just acknowledging, since we are a small town, when good things happen. And so tonight, I am very pleased to welcome so many of you that are here today that are our student athletes from our school system, because as a mother of a student athlete, you can't really underestimate the amount of time and energy that you put into a sport while also your academics. And so my hat always goes off to our kids that are able to really do some phenomenal things while making sure that they do good schoolwork by being a part of their family. And so tonight we are here to celebrate you. We are here to celebrate the track and field and also the boys volleyball. And we're also fortunate enough is that some of our elected officials up here are personally involved with those sports. So the very first one we will do is to acknowledge the volleyball accomplishments, and our Councilwoman Erin McElroy-Bacher will call up the coach and any of the student athletes that are here from the volleyball. Student. And talk a little bit about their season, please.
So joining me, I have my son, Kieran McElroy-Bacher, who moved from outside to setter, and Brock Hoare, who's our varsity coach. And apparently every other boy is on vacation this week. So I guess I can talk for a minute, and then I can read the resolution. So, but obviously, Coach, you should talk more about the boys. So yeah, I'm a mom on the team, and it was a really exciting year. It was Kieran's first year on varsity, and the boys had an amazing year and went as far as they've ever gone. And even beat Southern twice, which was super exciting during the regular season. One day we'll beat Old Bridge, but it was great to watch. It was an amazing team. We've graduated a bunch of seniors this year, but we have faith that the younger ones will pull the sled next year. So I'm just going to read this proclamation and congratulate them. Whereas it is with great pride that we gather to celebrate the outstanding accomplishment of the SPFHS varsity boys volleyball team who have achieved the remarkable feat of back-to-back Group 3 state championships. And whereas the SPFHS varsity boys volleyball team unwavering dedication, exceptional teamwork, and exemplary sportsmanship have culminated in a 31-1 regular season record, which was to Old Bridge. And whereas their historic season continued with a state Group 3 victory by defeating number 12 Colts Neck in the final round of the NJSIAA Group 3 state tournament 2-0. This victory is the first state title since the boys volleyball program was founded in 2016. Whereas the Raiders gained the state sectional title victory by defeating number 9 Hackensack in the final round of the NJSIAA North Group 3 state tournament, also 2-0. This victory is the second state sectional title since the program was founded in 2016. Whereas the 5-time defending Union County champions boys varsity ball team ended their season ranked number 1 in the county and number 2 in the state, I thought.
It's arguable.
This says number 1, so I'm going to go with that.
Yes.
Okay, so number 1 in the state. And whereas the extraordinary coaching staff led by head coach Brock Hoare, with additional leadership from assistant coaches Matthew Ritter, Ryan Jendrick, and Stacy Cook have exhibited exceptional guidance, mentorship, and strategic leadership. And whereas this significant milestone is deserving of proper celebration of all the team members, including Ryan Adams, Zach Chung, Quinn Donahue, Dan Ennis, Tim Ennis, Kevin Indo, Kieran McCoy Barker, Jay Patel, Ryan Pearson, Nicholas Schmidt, Guy Varela, Chase Waxman, Mikey Wojcik, and Jeremy Zimmerman, as well as the Scotch Plains Fanwood Athletic Department and all those who contributed to the progress of the team. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Colleen Marr, Mayor of Fanwood, do hereby proclaim that the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School varsity boys volleyball team has brought honor and recognition not only to themselves, but also to our beloved community, serving as an inspiration to aspiring athletes and a testament to the power of hard work and determination. Be it resolved, this proclamation be read on July 17th meeting of the Mayor and Council and spread across the minutes of that meeting to officially extend our congratulations to this team and your outstanding accomplishments.
To put away some confusion, the reason why it was posted as number 1 is because in a data-driven website, NJ Power Rankings, we were ranked number 1, and the press kind of put us as number 2, even though we've beaten the number 1 seed again twice. Yeah, twice in the regular season. So again, it's argumentative, but I couldn't be more part of this program, what these players actually done, and one of my players actually indicated that it's pretty amazing that every single year we keep on graduating players, and every single year we kept on getting better and better and better. So, no pressure, Kieran, but next year, again, even though, again, we graduated a significant amount of people, we do have a significant amount of returning players coming, and we're looking forward to next season. Again, it's when you're looking at our point of view from pretty much on the top of the pinnacle of our sport, it's kind of scary to think that we're going to come back down. But I think all these guys, once they saw the view from the top, they don't want to leave. So again, next year is going to be a great year, and thank you for everything.
All right. So I'm going to ask our Councilwoman Gina Berry if she wants to come forward, and also Patricia Walsh to help out with the track and field. Gina is another parent of a great student athlete, and Councilwoman Walsh also had a student that graduated that was in the track and field. So it's with my honor that we shed a little of attention and a little acclamation on you guys.
We're gonna tag team over here because it's a lot. But before we get started, I just wanted to say how honored I am to stand here to present these athletes proclamation because I've been part of the team as a mom for 4 years. And I might cry right now because it's over. But it was such a wonderful 4 years seeing that athletes perform every day, never complain. They've just been such a wonderful team to be part of. As a parent, the parents are wonderful and the coaches are even better. I can't say any more about how wonderful Coach Cagle and McGriff are and Darty. They're just really a great team to be part of, and thank you for taking care of my daughter for the past 4 years and also all the other girls and the boys. I'm gonna try to keep it together, right? Because this is the last time I'm gonna be able to do this in Fanwood for Janai. If I can have the girls come up. We have all the girls here. Whereas the Borough of Fanwood takes immense pride in recognizing and celebrating the remarkable achievement of its outstanding residents. Whereas the Borough of Fanwood acknowledge the exceptional accomplishments of Janai Berry, a student athlete for the Scotch Plain Fanwood High School girls varsity track team, who has exhibited dedication, talent, and sportsmanship in the field of track and field. Whereas Janai Berry has displayed an unwavering commitment to her athletic pursuit, showcasing her remarkable skills as a member of SPF girls varsity track team. Whereas we are thrilled to honor Janai Berry for her extraordinary performance as the state sectional champion in the 800-meter race, an incredible feat that highlights her outstanding speed, endurance, and competitive spirit. Whereas Janai Berry has also demonstrated her ability to set a new school record in an 800-meter event, therefore inching her name in the annual Scotch Plain Fanwood High School as proud athletic history. Whereas behind every exceptional athlete lies a dedicated support system, and we are pleased to recognize and commend the invaluable contribution of coaches Jeffrey Cagle, Rich McGriff, and Dan Darty, who have been instrumental in nurturing and guiding Janai Berry's athletic journey. Now therefore be resolved that I, Colleen Barr Mayor, on behalf of the citizens and officials of Borough of Fanwood, do hereby celebrate and commend Janai Berry for her remarkable achievement as state sectional champion in the 800-meter race, for setting a new school record in the 800-meter event. We extend our congratulations to Janai and acknowledge her exceptional contributions to athletic community of Fanwood, Borough of Fanwood, and beyond. Be it further resolved that this proclamation to be read July 17th, 2023, meeting for the mayor and council, and spread across the minutes of the meeting of the official, extended our congratulations to Janai on her outstanding achievements.
All right, this is a proclamation for the girls varsity track and field team. So whereas Scotch Plains Fanwood High School girls varsity track and field team has achieved remarkable success throughout the season, exemplifying dedication, perseverance, and extraordinary athleticism. Whereas the team's exceptional performance in the 800 sprint medley relay has brought great honor and recognition to our community. And whereas we take immense pride in celebrating the outstanding achievements of Janai Berry, Delaney Farley, Kira Kelly, and Mia Trombetta, who have individually demonstrated their remarkable skills, determination, and unwavering commitment to excellence. And whereas these extraordinary athletes have been recognized as All-Americans in the 800 sprint medley relay, a testament to their special talent. And whereas Janai Berry, Delana Farley, Kira Kelly, and Mia Trombetta have acted as true ambassadors of sportsmanship, teamwork, and community spirit. We recognize the hours of training, sacrifice, and dedication that these athletes have invested in their sport. We applaud their unwavering pursuit of excellence. Their accomplishments reflect not only their talent, but also their exceptional coaching, support, and encouragement they have received from their families, coaches, and community. Whereas the extraordinary coaching led by coaches Jeffrey Cagle, Rich McGriff, and Dan Doherty has exhibited exceptional guidance, mentorship, and strategic leadership. And now, therefore, be it resolved that Colleen Marr, Mayor, on behalf of the citizens and officials of the Borough of Fanwood, hereby recognizes and celebrates the Scotch Plain Fanwood High School Girls Varsity Track and Field Team, the members Janai Berry, Delana Farley, Kira Kelly, and Mia Trombetta, for their remarkable accomplishments and their unwavering dedication to the sport. Be it further resolved that this proclamation be read at the July 17, 2023 meeting of the Mayor and Council and spread across the minutes of that meeting to officially extend our congratulations to the team on their outstanding achievements. I think each of them gets to be there. There you go.
Coach Cagle, do you want to say a few words?
Thank you. Thank you again for having us here. A year ago, we were here as we'd won the state Group 4 outdoor team championship. And I think a lot of people thought we wouldn't be able to replicate any type of success on that level with the few girls that we lost. But we're here and we're back, and we did a lot of great things this season, this winter and this spring. What we're here for tonight are young ladies who earned All-American status in the 800 sprint medley. Mia ran the 100 leadoff, and then Delaney ran the second 100 leg. Kira ran the 200, and Janai ran the 400. So 2 freshmen on our first 2 legs. I don't think that we were pegged to earn All-American status. I think we were in the 3rd fastest heat, but we went out and we did everything that we could. We won our heat by a significant margin, and then we had to wait. We had to wait and watch the other heats, and we beat most of the other teams. So it was a long day and a late night, but everything was worth it. I'm very proud of the girls, and the first 3 legs will be back next year. Unfortunately, Janai is going to be leaving us. She's going to Rutgers next year. I've worked with Janai a lot. I've been her coach year-round for the last 4 years, summer, fall, winter, spring. So I probably spent more time one-on-one coaching with Janai than I ever had with anybody else. And I just finished my 27th year, so that's a lot of kids that I've worked with. And Janai doesn't say a whole lot, but she comes to practice, she works hard, she leaves it all out on the track. And she's been one of the best that's come through here. And everything's been great. I appreciate the support of all the parents. I'm going to miss Janai more than she knows, but hopefully we'll be back with more great things in the future. Thank you, everyone, especially Ms. Berry and Ms. Walsh. I got to know both of them for quite some time from coaching their kids or having their kids in class, and appreciate their support, and everyone here, Coach McGriff especially, for being my biggest support. All right, thank you.
Here we go, smile right now. Thank you.
All right. We have a few more accomplishments. All right, if we can have the boys' track team come on up. And the coaches. We have a star amongst us, but I'm going to just go ahead and read it. So it goes, whereas the Borough of Fanwood takes pride in recognizing outstanding achievements in individuals who exemplify excellence in their endurance. Whereas it is immense pleasure that we acknowledge Nate Ryan as extraordinary athlete for the Scotch Plains Fanwood boys varsity team for his remarkable accomplishments in the 110 high hurdles. Whereas Nate Ryan, under the extraordinary guidance of Coach Cagle, McGriff, and Darty, has displayed an unparalleled dedication, commitment, and talent throughout his athletic career. Whereas Nate's exceptional achievements include winning the Watchon Division, Union County, state sectional, group state 4, state all groups championship in the 100 high hurdles, demonstrating his unwavering skill in dermatator. Whereas Nate has set incredible meet records in the 110 high hurdles in the Union County Conference Champion, Union County Champion, State Sectional Champion, State Group 4 Champions, Meet of Champions, and New Balance National, solidifying his status as trailblazing in his sports. Nate has earned numerous accolades, including being named First Team All-Conference, First Team All-County, First Team All-Group 4, First Team All-State in 100 hurdles, high hurdles, illustrating his outstanding performance and recognition at various levels. Whereas Nate's outstanding achievement have garnered him the distinguished title of New Jersey Mile Split Male Athlete of the Year, acknowledging his extraordinary abilities and contributions to the sport. Whereas Nate has proven himself on the national stage by becoming the USATF U20 national champ in the 100 high hurdles, showcasing his immense talents and determination to succeed. Whereas Nate has qualified for the U20 Pan American Games to be held from August 4th to August 6th in Puerto Rico, representing not only his remarkable skills, but also the Borough of Fanwood and our community as a whole. Now, therefore, be it resolved by I, Colleen Marr, Mayor, on the behalf of citizens and the officials of Borough of Fanwood, do hereby celebrate and commend Nate on his outstanding contributions to the boys varsity track team and community. I call upon all residents of Fanwood to join me in recognizing the undeniable talent, dedication, perseverance demonstrated by Nate, and wishing him the best of luck at the U20 Pan American Games. It is further resolved that this proclamation be read at July 17, 2023 meeting of the Mayor and Council and spread across the minutes of the meeting to officially extend our congratulations to Nate on his outstanding achievements.
Okay, so we have now the varsity boys track and field team, whereas the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School varsity boys track and field team has showcased outstanding athleticism, dedication, and teamwork throughout their season. And whereas this team, including the exceptional athletes Ian Hopkins, Justin Larkin, Nate Ryan, and Amin Zubar, have brought immense pride to our town throughout their achievements. And whereas we are thrilled to recognize their outstanding accomplishments as Union County champions, national champions, All-Americans in the shuttle hurdle relay. And whereas their victory in the shuttle hurdle relay has demonstrated their excellent skill and determination in achieving greatness. Whereas we recognize the hours of training, sacrifice, and dedication that these athletes have invested in their sport, we applaud their unwavering pursuit of excellence. Their accomplishments reflect not only their talent, but also the exceptional coaching, support, and encouragement they have received from their families, coaches, and community. Whereas the extraordinary coaching led by coaches Jeffrey Cagle, Rich McGriff, and Dan Doherty have exhibited exceptional guidance, mentorship, and strategic leadership. And now, therefore, be it resolved, Colleen Marr, Mayor, on behalf of the citizens and officials of the Borough of Fanwood, hereby recognizes and celebrates the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School boys varsity track and field team, members Ian Hopkins, Justin Larkin, Nate Rayan, and Amin Zubar for their remarkable accomplishments and their unwavering dedication to the sport. Be it further resolved that this proclamation be read at the July 17, 2023 meeting of the Mayor and Council and spread across the minutes of that meeting to officially extend our congratulations to the team on their outstanding achievements.
Coach McGriff. Want to say a few words?
Well, thank you once again for having us here. We appreciate the support that on the Borough of Fanwood and Scotch Plains shows us, allowing us to be able to coach these kids and be able to take them and do these things out there. And thank you for the parents who are really that fan base for us and a lot of support and really giving us a good group to work with. A lot has been said about Nate. I'll start there. Let me get that out of the way first. I mean, I used the Rocky montage when I talked about him at the senior award dinner because, as we all know, well, the kids know, my nickname for Nate is Fragile because he was always hurt. He was always hurt, and not that he wasn't willing to do stuff or not to be out there, but he was always injured, had certain problems and things like that. So he was always hurt. He was always hurt, and that was holding him back. But he dedicated himself to getting stronger. He dedicated himself to getting better in the summertime. He went out there and he did all those things. He put all that work in and stuff. And I say, it was like that guy that, people, it was like that Rocky, he can't win, he can't beat those people out there, but he's out there, punching trees and carrying boulders and wrestling bears and stuff like that. He does whatever he has to do to get there. And so that's what he did to get there. But the most amazing thing is that he said that he was going to do that. He said last year that he was going to run like this. And if you would ask anybody, and I mean anybody, would he have done that? And they all said no. And Coach Cagle and I, Doherty, we were like, just try to be healthy. Just try to run these times. And he said that he was going to run like this. So that's all him. That's what he did. And so to have all that season, that's what he deserved because he worked for it. So I'm so happy for him right there. He also he has a meet record for the conference. He has a meet record for the county. He has a meet record for the section. He has a meet record for the nationals. He has all that. Now, we knew that. I knew he'd be good this year. And also, I knew that Ian would be good this year, too. So to speak about the boys shuttle hurdle team, we knew we had talent coming back in Nate and Ian because they were hurdlers last year. And we knew they would be good. The indoors, they went to the nationals. They were All-American indoors, along with Alec Choi, minus there. So when you went to nationals, to run outside there, I remember watching that race and seeing that Ian running, something hurt his leg there. Obviously, he's having a problem running through the hurdles. I didn't know what happened. And Justin and ran great in between. Of course, we knew Nate ran well there. And like the girls, too, we ran early. So we weren't seated to do anything, really. So we were in the third, the fastest heat, supposedly. But we had to watch that whole time and watching them run. And, we knew we had it at the end. But the two things that I really took away from that race about how great these guys are, because what happened to Ian in that race, he hurt his hamstring halfway through the race. So he didn't run his fastest time. He still ran well. He ran better than most people. But I remember the Ian Hopkins that I first coached. I don't think Ian Hopkins I first coached when he came up there as a sophomore. I don't think he finished that race. I think he goes, I hurt my leg, I stop, I get out that race. But instead, he said that, well, I got to get down there. I got teammates. He's our leadoff. And he ran through that. And that showed the maturity level of him that, you know what, I got to finish this race because my team is dependent on me. Now, but the biggest surprise were these two gentlemen right here. Because they both only started hurdling a couple of months ago. They just started running. And the difference in that race, the coach from Elizabeth, who's our football coach, Holman, he said, when I saw your two guys in the middle run, he's like, I knew nobody was beating you guys because of what you had at the end. But these two gentlemen, they ran the best race they ever ran in their life. And they got better. They got better the whole time. So them two doing that, that was guaranteed that win for us. And I think, and the greatest moment for me was there, is when they interviewed Justice, and they asked, did you come here, did you expect to win? He's like, that's what we came here for. That we came here to win. And they, all four of them came here to win. So them being national champs, setting the national record there at that race, and that's great that their name's going to be up there. They're the fastest team we've ever had, and I'm so proud of those guys, and just so proud of the work they put in. Thank you to parents, thank you to my partner and friend, Jeff Cagle, who helped them a lot, even with the hurdlers, even though he's a distance coach, you know, but he does a lot of help up there. And once again, thank you guys, thank all the parents, thank the borough, really appreciate it, letting us have the opportunity to do these things. Thank you.
You got a smile? Very good, thank you.
All right. I do want to thank the parents and the coaches and the student athletes for coming out in the middle of the summer. We know that you've got a lot going on, but know that how much we appreciate everything you do, and that we have eyes on you, and that we are so incredibly proud of your balanced lives that you lead here in Fanwood. So just keep up the good work. Nate, no pressure. All the fan was on you, man. We got you. Okay, we're going to continue the meeting, so if you guys feel free. Exactly. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Councilwoman Berry, for making sure that we did this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's Fanwood, by the way.
What?
He's a Fanwood resident.
I know, if we have to do something when he goes off to the Pan Games, we're going to have to give him a big parade or something. Okay, we have, moving on, we have one piece of correspondence. We had two resignations from, which are the co-chairs of our Shade Tree Commission, Claudia Hefner and Joanne Muo.
She did not resign. Joanne did not resign. She only resigned as the chairperson. She will still serve on the Shade Tree Commission.
Oh, thank you for the clarification. But Claudia...
That's what I'm here for.
Claudia resigned.
Claudia has resigned, yes. She has
Okay.
some health problems.
Okay, well, all right, thank you, we'll make sure. At this point, we'd like to have a motion to open the meeting to the public, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to call forward any members of the public that wish to make a comment. You have 5 minutes per speaker. Anyone wishes to come forward? Seeing that there isn't anyone, may I have a motion to close the meeting to the public?
So, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We have minutes of a special meeting that we held on June 26, 2023. I think that was our budget meeting. So I have a motion to accept those minutes as they have been given.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We will move over to A and F, where we have a public hearing, second reading. Councilman Carter?
Yes, I call for second reading, ordinance 2023-10-S, and request that the clerk having produced affidavit of publication also read the ordinance by title.
An ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 86, Salaries and Compensation, and Chapter 67, Police Department of the Code of the Borough of Fanwood.
Thank you. I move that a public hearing be held on said ordinance that,
Oh, sorry. That's my point.
no, the ordinance is amending, as stated, the salaries for compensation.
So may I have a motion to open the public hearing on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I call forward any members of the public that wish to make comment on this ordinance amending supplementing Chapter 86 of Salaries and Compensation? Seeing that no one wishes to come forward, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Councilman?
Thank you. I move that this ordinance be adopted on second reading, final passage, and if adopted, be published by law.
Second.
Okay, may I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter.
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell.
Yes.
Erin McElroy-Barker.
Yes.
Gina Berry.
Yes.
Patricia Walsh.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The next two, Councilman Carter, by any chance, were you able to move those? Since
Yes.
Jeff is not here, thank you. We have two second reading public hearings, one's on 2023-11R. Go ahead.
Thank you. I call for second reading ordinance 0-2023-11-R and request that the clerk having produced affidavit of publication also read the ordinance by title.
An ordinance amending Chapter 12 of the Borough Code for a housing division within Property Maintenance Department.
Thank you. I move that a public hearing be held on said ordinance.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'd like to call forward any members of the public that wish to come forward to make a comment on the second reading public hearing of the ordinance amending the Borough Code for the Housing Division and Property Maintenance, and I believe this one is for the lead inspection?
Yes.
No, this is for the,
The 11 is for the continued occupancy.
Oh, okay, excuse me.
The next one's for the lead.
Okay, thank you. I'd open that, right?
Yes.
Call forward any members of the public? Seeing that there isn't anyone that wishes to come forward, may I have a motion to close this public hearing?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Councilman.
I move that this ordinance be adopted in second reading, final passage, and if adopted, be published by law.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Anthony Carter.
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell.
Yes.
Erin McElroy-Barker.
Yes.
Gina Berry.
Yes.
Patricia Walsh.
Yes.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you very much. And I call for second reading, ordinance O-2023-12-R, and request that the clerk, having produced affidavit of publication, also read the ordinance by title.
An ordinance amending Chapter 12 of the Borough Code for Housing Division within the Department of Construction.
All right. May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to call forward any members of the public that wish to make a comment on this ordinance. And again, Russ, this is for,
This is the lead paint inspection that we spoke about.
that's state
back in
mandated
June.
now.
Yeah, that's state mandated now.
Okay, thank you. Anyone wish to come forward? Seeing that there isn't anyone, may I have a motion to close the public hearing on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. I move that this ordinance be adopted as second reading, final passage, and if adopted, be published by law.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Anthony Carter.
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell.
Yes.
Erin McElroy-Barker.
Yes.
Gina Berry.
Yes.
Patricia Walsh.
Yes.
Thank you. Moving on, we have no introduction of ordinances. We have a consent agenda, which the Councilman Carter will read the title, but this would be the time if any council wants anything pulled from the consent agenda for further consideration or discussion. If not,
Thank you. The consent, I move the consent agenda, and it will include 2023-07-148, authorizing the payment of claims for July 2023. 2023-07-149, authorizing the tax report for June 2023. 2023-07-150, hiring Desiree Foster to a part-time employment position. Resolution 2023-07-151, hiring Catherine Agnello to a part-time internship position. Resolution 2023-07-152, authorizing a full-time appointment of a shared administrative technical assistant for the Department of Public Works and Building Department at amended weekly hours. Resolution 2023-07-153, appointing Colleen Marr, G.S.M. JIF Commissioner for the Borough of Fanwood. Resolution 2023-07-154, authorizing an agreement with Jersey Professional Management to locate and provide the borough with an acting municipal clerk services. Resolution 2023-07-155, authorizing the borough to enter an agreement with Harbor Technology for cybersecurity services. And Resolution 2023-07-156, authorizing extension of grace period to pay third quarter 2023 taxes due on August 1st, 2023. And I will move these two for historic preservation. 2023-07-157, authorizing change orders to the construction contract for the Fanwood Memorial Library project. Resolution 2023-07-158, hiring Kyle Gustafson to a part-time employment position.
Is that the,
That's the inspector for the lead paint and for the certificate of occupancy.
Yes. Okay, so we have a motion. May I have a second on that consent agenda?
Second.
Let's do a roll call, please.
Anthony Carter?
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell?
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Dina Berry?
Yes.
Patricia Walsh?
yes.
Okay. I would be remiss is that I did not point out that Antonius, our borough engineer, is not here, in case anyone was wondering who was sitting to my left. Grew his hair, right? Peter Bonder is with T&M Associates. As you know, T&M is one of our consulting engineers, and Peter actually sat in this chair for a while as our borough engineer before we brought an in-house in. So nice to see you. Peter has his own report that we'll get to in a couple on some of these things that I think are here.
Sure.
All right, thank you. Moving on under resolutions, first one under administration and finance, please.
Thank you. I move resolution 2023-07-159, authorizing the borough to submit a grant application with the Union County Historic Preservation Trust Fund for the Carriage House, Patricia Curran Cultural Arts Center Building upgrades project.
Okay, may I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Under public safety?
Yes. I move resolution number 2023-07-160, authorizing an emergency contract with Gen Electric to repair the Martin Avenue and LaGreen Avenue traffic signal. In the resolution that we have in the packet, the fee is in error. There's a typo.
What is the amount?
It should read $64,500.
Oh, yeah, just off a little.
Yeah, just a little.
64,000?
500.
Okay, so can,
I think we picked up the first number, and that was to replace one traffic
Oh, that
signal.
was
And then we had the conversation, and we decided to do all of the signals.
okay.
So that's how I think the miscommunication that we didn't.
Okay, so if we could just make a,
4 or 500.
Yes.
All right, I'll go back and.
okay, so can I have a motion to approve the amended resolution of 07160 in the amount of $64,500?
I'll make the motion to approve the amended resolution.
Thank you. May I do a roll call, please? Have a second. May I have a roll call on that?
Anthony Carter?
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell?
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Dina Berry?
Yes.
Patricia Walsh.
Yes.
And you'll change the other?
I'll change them.
Thank you. Next, under Public Works, you have several. Councilwoman Mitchell?
I move Resolution 2023-07-161, authorizing an emergency contract to Stylo Excavation to install a grinder pump and sewer lateral at the Fanwood Historic Train Station.
Okay, may I have a second on that?
Second.
Okay, may I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter,
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker,
Yes.
Gina Berry,
Yes.
Patricia Walsh.
Yes.
Okay.
I move Resolution 2023-07-162, authorizing the borough to enter into an agreement with T&M Engineering for a drainage system study for the borough.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second, I think as most of us know, with that most recent rain, we saw more flooding in town. We have seen, I think, areas in town that are flooding that maybe historically haven't been flooding. So we have, between our OEM, between our police department, many of which are here tonight, who are out on the streets during these incidences, we have, I think, a list of actual streets that we will be looking at with the existing stormwater drainage, evaluating the existing system, and coming up with conceptual solutions where feasible. So for all of us that get stopped by any of our neighbors here in town, you can just look at the list here. There's a scope of services. Peter's firm, T&M, right, Peter, you're going to be doing this scope?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I have a motion, I have a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter,
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker,
Yes.
Gina Berry,
Yes.
Patricia Walsh.
Yes.
Next.
I move Resolution 2023-07-163, authorizing design and bid of the Forest Road Park building upgrades.
May I have a second?
Second.
So again, this is making our Forest Road Park into a good heating, cooling, and emergency short-term shelter, which we currently do not have as shelter here in the borough of Fanwood. So we received Community Development Block Grant money through the county, and we're also putting our own money into this to outfit it. So this is an award going to the architect for the upgrades. I have a motion, I have a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter,
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker,
Yes.
Gina Berry,
Yes.
Patricia Walsh.
Yes.
I move Resolution 2023-07-164, authorizing design and bid of the Robin Road, Panda Court, and Second Street project.
I have a
Here again,
second.
we've been talking
Second.
about this for quite a while. Second.
Right, this is going to be next year's road projects,
Yes.
right, of Robin, Pandick, and Second Street. All right, may I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter,
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker,
Yes.
Gina Berry,
Yes.
Patricia Walsh.
Yes.
I move Resolution 2023-07-165, authorizing an agreement with National Water Main Cleaning Company to video and line the borough sewer lines.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second. Again, for anyone that has been hearing any comments made about the sewer utility, this is the prime example of what we do with the money, so that when we are able to do a road project, we will use some funds from the sewer utility to contract with a national water main to actually clean it, video it, and come up with a repair if need be. So may I have a second? I have a second on that. May I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter,
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker,
Yes.
Gina Berry,
Yes.
Patricia Walsh.
Yes.
I move Resolution 2023-07-166, authorizing an agreement with Asphalt Paving Systems to apply micro-service treatment on Russell Road and Hunter Avenue. And here again, we've been talking about that for at least 2 months, I think.
Second.
Yeah, second. This is kind of like a slurry seal project that we will be able to keep the life of the road a little longer by actually doing a top coat on it. So this will actually, I think, extend the life of the road by several years, which is actually great for us. So we have a motion, I have a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter?
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell?
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Gina Berry?
Yes.
Patricia Walsh?
Yes.
I move resolution 2023-07-165, authorizing design and bid of the Willoughby Road and Oak Court project.
Motion second.
6 months.
Second.
All right, second.
Seven.
Did someone say something?
You said
Oh,
that-
I'm sorry. May I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter?
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell?
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Gina Berry?
Yes.
Patricia Walsh?
Yes.
Kathy, you just want to move that last one, please? Since
Well,
Jeff
there's
is
also
there.
Rec 168.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
see that one.
I move Resolution 2023-07-168, authorizing the borough to enter into an agreement with Global Industrial for the installation of water fountains.
Okay, may I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter?
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell?
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker?
Can I just ask a question? Why are we putting in water fountains?
We have the two from the new construction, there were two at each park, and the one no longer works. And because we just redid the whole park, we're going to put two new ones in. It also has a little dog fountain at the bottom. It's an upgrade.
Hook me with the dog thing.
I'm sorry.
Throw that in.
It's an upgrade.
They have Okay.
Because you can't fill a water bottle there.
You can fill a water bottle
You
with this
can fill a water, but
fountain,
if
right.
you don't have the water fountain, you have to go into the bathroom, and if they're locked, you can't actually have no
You
access.
can fill the water bottle like
Yes.
them?
Yes, from
With the
wa-
new ones.
Yes.
Oh, that really was my concern. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a
Not-
yes.
Not the traditional water
I'm a yes.
fountain as
It
we
has
had
all
as a
three.
kid.
Right, no, that's what I was a little worried about.
Gina
Okay.
Berry?
Yes.
Patricia Walsh?
Yeah, it's for both parks?
Yes, one for each park.
Yes.
Okay. Councilwoman Mitchell, will you just move that one?
I move resolution 2023-07-169, authorizing an agreement with the state contract vendor for digitizing construction office files.
Okay, may I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Anthony Carter?
Affirm.
Catherine Mitchell?
Yes.
Erin McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Gina Berry?
Yes.
Patricia Walsh?
Yes.
Thank you. We do not have an executive session tonight, so we don't need the resolution?
No.
Okay. We have no unfinished or old business. So I know that Liz Jeffrey is here. You want to come forward to do an economic development update, please?
Hi, Mayor and Council. Hi, Peter, it's nice to see you. Not too much to update on tonight. We have the sad remembering that the Fan Jam had to be canceled, which was so hard. We had a lengthy conversation about it, we had another conversation about it, and the thunder and lightning was the problem. Rain, we would have had, but no ability to risk staff and the people coming to, in light of the predicted heavy, heavy thunder and lightning, which didn't end up happening until later in the night. We have now had our fair share of that in the last few days also. The only other thing I want to
So Liz,
update you on.
that won't get rescheduled? It's
We don't
too much of a
usually have
production?
reschedule. We're kicking around maybe something in the fall, so
Just wondering.
TBD on that. Yeah, it's definitely under discussion, and I know, we were kind enough to, the chamber was kind enough to put the credit for the vendors or return some for the vendors, and then we have some that do health department permits so we've all tried to be super generous with those
Yeah.
that were, have paid and are ready to come. I feel, a little badly for the sponsorship as well, so hopefully maybe we will do something. If not, we'll work out a way to incorporate it in for next year. So the fall is full. We've got quite a few events coming in
Yeah.
Fanwood in the fall also. So
Whatever meeting.
first of which will be Fanwood Day on the 10th of September. And then Fanny Wolf Day on October 8th, and then we have the 5K and the fair 15th. Is it 15th of October? Does anyone know from the rep?
Yes.
Yes, it was kicked around for the 18th, but now it is definitely the 15th, right?
15th
Okay, perfect.
at 11. No longer at 9 a.m.
No longer 9 a.m., 11?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
good.
explain that during my
incorporate in.
report.
Okay.
Big news.
Big news. That's big news. Just wait for it.
Big news.
We had this first of two, well, will turn out to be possibly two or more hearings at the planning board for the Carano Square project. So at long last, the Carano Square project is before the planning board, which means they will proceed if and when approval is received to construction drawings and be on their way to making some real progress over there. So the planning board hearing went well. You know, the professionals gave great testimony, I thought. They have some things, comments and things they're addressing, and then they mostly didn't get through all of the testimony, which is why it was carried over. It wasn't due to any issues or anything. So they'll be August 9th having the second meeting on that project, and then hopefully off to the races. So there's a bunch of activity downtown, nothing that I can speak of on the record, but there's a lot of leasing activity, and we're responding to people interested. There's even some potential purchasing going on along South Avenue for properties that are available. So lots of activity in Fanwood right now, and as it comes to fruition or something that is, you know, executed or signed that I can announce, you know, it'll be announced here first and foremost. So that's it from me.
Any questions? All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you. Peter, have anything?
Mayor, we're finishing up the 2022 road program. We are doing drainage over on Benton Circle right now. So that should be completed in the next couple months. And as you saw on the agenda, there's a lot of new projects.
We could see there's a lot of new projects,
Will be coming
a
on
lot of
board.
road projects.
So construction-wise, just the micro-surfacing this year, along with the sanitary sewer lateral. And then the rest of the roads will be designed and constructed next year. I believe they're all covered with grant money also.
Yeah, large portion of the DOT money. So good, thank you, thank you. The library's going along really, really well. As you can see, they've poured the concrete, the walls have all been with the steel structures. They're putting up almost the beginnings of the walls. We've met with the furniture consultant, so we've laid out what, the furniture is that we're going to have. They've ordered the exterior color for the siding, which is awesome. The windows are on its way, so we are very fortunate that we have an excellent contractor. We have an excellent group of laborers out there every day. Minimal complaints from the neighbors, considering this is smack dab in the middle of a residential area. They're leaving a very clean work site, and I couldn't be thrilled. I think that we're well on our way to getting that library open, probably sooner rather than later. Moving on, Councilman Carter, any updates?
Very briefly, we've moved forward with some hiring to augment the staff in our office, municipal offices. We hired a part-time employee, or approved tonight, hiring a part-time employee, an intern, and then we have Jersey Professional is also working closely with us again as far as our employees and court services. And we also approved appointing Colleen Marr, the gym commissioner for the borough.
There you go. Another non-paying position. Awesome. Awesome.
Moving right along.
Thank you. Public safety?
Thank you. And I'd just like to acknowledge the attendance of some of our police officers here tonight, and we thank you for your dedication to the borough and for your service. So this is the June 2023 monthly summary. The department handled 1,053 calls for service, an average of 35 per day. This included 107 traffic enforcement details and 276 building security checks. The officers conducted 106 park and walk details, as well as responding to 51 medical calls, 26 fire and burglar alarms. During the month of June, 118 vehicles were stopped for traffic violations, resulting in a total of 152 summonses being issued. 85 of those were for moving violations, 67 for parking. Various officers attended 6 different training classes, and there were 4 adult arrests during the month. I'd also like to just add that Fan Jam is on August 1st from 6 to 8 p.m., and the police department, as well as other safety departments will be...
Trish, you mean National Night Out?
Oh, I'm sorry, National Night Out, sorry. So that's August 1st. Also, just some items of interest on June 1st, the Fanwood Police Department attended Ladies' Night. On June 9th, they participated in the annual New Jersey Torch Run to raise money for Special Olympics. The officers have participated in bike rodeos at various elementary schools. They gave an escorted ride to Brunner Elementary School on June 9th. There was much excitement over that. And we have Fan Jam on Sunday, July 9th, and the police department personnel have been working with various people to ensure a safe event for that. The Detective Bureau held a training with camp counselors in preparation for the summer camp, focusing on Megan's Law. Officer Case was the first Fanwood officer to participate in the Arrive Together initiative, which links police and mental health professionals on call for service. So thank you very much for your service and your dedication to the borough. And that's it for June.
You want me to do rescue? Okay, so this is the rescue squad. I think I said last month, Ian Lewis is back. We're very happy. So there were a total of 36 calls for the months of June. The percentage of insufficient crew calls went from 60-something back down to 22%. Apparently, they've had a lot more people stepping up and answering calls, so that's great. There were 25 calls answered, 8 insufficient calls, and 3 with second call requests. And then they had 2 mutual aid calls. Actually, there were 6 altered mental status psychological calls, 4 falls, and a couple illnesses, et cetera. And most transports went to Hackensack Meridian in Edison or Overlook in Summit. Other than that, I think the rescue squad is working really hard to improve recruiting as well. There's been a lot of recruiting. I don't know if you've seen advertisements on Facebook and elsewhere. They're really trying to recruit new members, and they will train them. And a lot of their new members who were recently trained are now, I think, in action. So it looks like their call response has been much better.
Great.
That's all I got.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a report from the fire?
I do not.
Okay, thank you. Moving on under Public Works.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. First of all, I'll read the Public Works report as submitted by Clint Dixon. And I'm just going to read all the highlights. But again, apparently there has been some, we talked about this quite a bit last month, there have been some, let me see, graffiti removed from numerous borough-owned buildings. Interior and exterior repairs to all borough-owned buildings as required numerous times during the month. Of course, they are dragging the ball fields, and of course, they are responsible for doing all the mowing and the trimming in the borough. Performing weekly nighttime sweeping operations of the downtown business district. And here again, as mentioned on previous reports, they also helped with Fan Jam, which was canceled because of inclement weather, but putting up the barricades, the fencing for the drinking area, that type of thing. They did some shade tree pruning on Woodland, Farley, LeGrand, Northside Train Station, and Carson. And they've been, let me see, I was going to say they've been busy watering the flowers, but they haven't had to. because of the amount of rain. They've completed the annual June brush pickup, and this is highlighted. Residents are asked please not to place any brush or branches in the street until the next regularly scheduled pickup program, which will be in September.
Yeah, I saw a bunch out this week. I thought that was strange, but I think it must be from the storm.
Yeah.
Like in
A
the
lot of
street.
branches
It's a little
down.
strange, right?
They took down the banners, the veterans banners that we had up, and they put the regular seasonal banners throughout the business district. They repaired 4 broken irrigation heads at Forest Road Park, cut the vegetation along the Trail Road and Hatfield Bridges, and they responded to 2 vandalism report incidences as follows: broken windows at Forest Road Park, again, clean up broken glass along the pathway surrounding Forest Road Park numerous times throughout this last month. The recycling center will be open on August 5th from 8 to 11, and here again it's self-service. And he just wants to remind everybody that the plastic bags and film can be accepted at the Public Works facility by appointment, but you can also bring it to the when the recycling center is open. And there have been 3 property maintenance complaints which are being remedied. And I think that's it. Okay, that's it for Public Works. We did not have a meeting this month. We probably won't have one again until September because Antonius is away and Clint will be away for a good part of August. So unless there's an emergency, we will not be having a Public Works meeting. The seniors haven't met. They're off for the summer. And the only other thing I'd like to bring to everybody's attention is that the Shade Tree Commission needs help. One of the people that we just appointed this year has already moved to Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Another member has relocated to South Carolina where she was going to school and now is staying down there. And so we need, I think if you can put that in your weekly blast, Tom, it would be appreciated.
Who should people contact?
Okay.
Who should people contact for your office?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your office?
Courtney at this point.
Yeah. And I think that's it there.
Okay. Thank you. Councilman Banks is not here under Recreation. Councilman McElrath?
Yeah, so Party in the Park was July 5th due to the weather. It was postponed a week. It was very hot and humid, and thank you to Trish Walsh for stepping in, because I was just getting back from hot and humid Florida. I think it was well-attended and well-received, not as well as they would have hoped, but, that's what happens when you have a July 4th week and it's hot and humid. So otherwise, I think it was a great success, and the kids are very happy, and of course, Mr. Budiansky showed Minions. So I do think there have been other movies this summer. Just a reminder, it is every Tuesday night at LeGrand Park. So feel free to come, get a blanket, bring some chairs, and enjoy a movie. Hopefully it won't be steamy all summer. So just so you know, there are 2 committees that have been meeting. One is the Fanwood 5K committee, and the other one is the Forest Road Park kind of redesign committee. That group is always working on kind of the long-term refurbishing of Forest Road Park and redesigning and trying to figure out how many grants we need to stick together to make it work. So that group is working. And then the Fanwood 5K committee did just meet again last week. And we are very excited to announce unofficially that we have taken over the Westfield Pizza Run and made it our own. That's the big news. So October 15th will be the Fanwood 5K and Family Fun Run, Pizza Run. I don't know exactly the title, but it's a pizza run. And so it will be, it has a new route. It's on the north side of town this year, which seems to be a better route for traffic purposes. It will step off at 11 instead of at 9 because we're going to have pizza at the end. So the Fun Run steps off at 11 and the 5K steps off at 11:30. Our two of our local pizza places have been kind enough to provide most of the pizza for that day, so that's super exciting. So we're excited to kind of invigorate this run and bring it back to life. And I don't want to draw the thousands that came to the Westfield Pizza Run, but hopefully we will get more participation. Summer Park program is going very well. The travel program is going well. So all of that is going swimmingly, and I believe we have a meeting next week.
That's exciting.
Yep.
Okay, and finally, Councilwoman Berry?
We did not have a meeting this month. Our next meeting is scheduled for August 3rd, so I'll have a report for you for the next meeting, August 21st.
Okay, thank you. We already did our department report, so with that, I'd like to have a motion to open the meeting to the public.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to call forward any members of the public that wish to come forward. If you'd like to come forward, please state your name and address for the record. Nothing. Seeing that no one wishes to come forward at this time, I have a motion to close the meeting to the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so before we close, this is really more of a police matter, police department matter, but A&F is somewhat involved because we have to find the funding sources. But I understand that the police department numbers have been down a bit, the officers, and we need to find some ways, hopefully, in the near future to augment those numbers. And I understand you've been working with some creative ways to get these things rolling. And of course, we have the utmost confidence and faith in you. A&F will find a way to make things work. And we want to do what we need to do, show our officers that we have their full support. We're working here as a team, as a unit. And sooner rather than later, the sooner you can get something in front of us, the sooner we can say, okay, come on, let's go, let's get this thing going. But we do recognize that, sometimes the officers are out, some things happen, and the numbers down, and they get stretched.
Yes.
And we want to do what we can to avoid that, and let them know that we're going to support them, we have their back, we're a unit here, and sooner rather than later, when we bring it, let's get it moving.
Okay, thank you.
Got you.
Okay, anybody else? All right. I guess with that, I'd like to have a motion to adjourn. There's nothing else?
So moved.
Okay, thank you. All right, good evening.
Thank you.